Look at this. This is our 1959 Allis-Chalmers D-14, and it is under the knife today. We don't very often see this tractor torn apart like this because it's been such a reliable tractor. We bought this back in the 1980s, early 1980s. We have pictures of me on this thing when I was just 1.5 years old. And what's happened is we had a hydraulic leak back here in the rear of the tractor. We found out because the hydraulic fluid was low, so we put hydraulic fluid in it. And then we also noticed that the transmission fluid, the transmission oil, was way overfilled. And so it's basically just been dumping all the hydraulic fluid from the hydraulic system into the transmission. So my dad's got this thing all torn apart, pulled the rear axle housing off of the left side of the tractor, the whole back of the tractor off to access the hydraulic system. He's also taking care of the brakes of the tractor while he's got it torn apart like this. So quite a bit of work going on right now. He said that he was going to take some video and kind of explain what was going on and what he was doing. And so I will try to patch that video in right here, so you can kind of see what he's dealing with.
I have this little D-14 Allis-Chalmers tractor. Actually, it's the first tractor I purchased, and it's been such a good little tractor, but actually I haven't really had to do anything to it mechanically. But just recently I noticed that the hydraulic oil was low. And at the same time, I noticed that the transmission oil, as right here, was high. And it occurred to me as time went on that pretty soon there was transmission oil coming out of here. It was way high, while my hydraulic oil was getting lower. And yes, I determined that hydraulic oil was getting back into my transmission and rear end. So I finally decided I've got to do something about it. And so yesterday I started and took off the, well, I'm in the process of taking off the drawbar, and I put a 3-point hitch on it, and I took that off, got the seat off of it. So now I'm gonna tear into it. I've gotta take this off right here so that I can get into the hydraulic cylinder and figure out what's going on. One other problem is that the left brake, that would be this one right here, I just have no left brake. And I noticed that last night when I was tearing things apart underneath here, that there is an awful lot of oil that's spilling out. And so there's a seal that's gone up in here, and that brake is just completely ruined because of oil. So I gotta pull that apart too and fix that. So I gotta get this little Allis-Chalmers up and going because it's one of my favorite little tractors to do some tilling and just around the yard tractor. I love it. So I'm gonna get started and I'll get back with you after I tear this apart right here and am able to get it off. As you can see, I got the the rear end of the hydraulic system and the lift arms. I've got that, got my engine hoist, and that came out relatively easy. I just undid the bolts and tapped it a little bit, and it came out, but it didn't come out far enough. I had to extend that ram a little so that I could take the bolt out of here that held the ram to this bolt. And I think you can see if I move this these arms here, that moves that's where the hydraulic ram hooks onto right here and pushes these arms up. Fairly simple system. Now, as far as leaking, it's either this hose, and that hose seems to be in real good shape. I don't think that's the culprit, but right here, I'll bet you that the seals in there, the O-rings, are bad. And so I'm going to get this ram out of here. To do that, I got to take a pin out, and I think I'm going to take this plate off right here so I can get in there, undo that ram, pull it out, and renew the O-rings in there. I'll have to get a new gasket around there. It tore when I took it off, and I've got to clean everything up. You can see there's quite a bit of gunk down in there that's collected over the years. So I've got to get busy and get that ram out, and then I'll get back with you and we'll see if we can find the leak. Well, I have removed the ram, and you can see right down in here where it was hooked up. And thankfully, Allis-Chalmers just made it possible to get it out by, let me see if I can get it over here, by putting an end on the bolt. Let's see, there's the hole right there where the bolt went, and it hooked. You can see they just put a 3/8 inch bolt in there to hold the key in place, so I didn't need to get a key out from inside here. That would have been extremely difficult, if not impossible. But at any rate, thank you, Allis-Chalmers, for doing that. Now, I've got the ram laying out here, and inside of here is where there are two keepers, and then in the middle there's a ring. Let me see if I can get a light. You can see there's the O-ring down in there, and then a keeper on either side. Here's the ram that pushes with the oil, and it looks like it's in decent shape. There was one thing that was suspect. This hose here was, it screws right into there. It was hardly screwed in at all. Whoever they is, it was put in 1993. No. This hose was made in, see, I saw it on here. Oh yeah, here it is. It was made in USA in 12/5/1993. And I remember taking it in because it had a hydraulic problem, and it was leaking oil back then, that's right. At any rate, the guy that fixed it, he really didn't screw that in very tight. I'm thinking that might be the problem. So I'm getting an all new hose. And then I'll get the keepers here and the O-ring. I'll get them out and renew them. So and I'll put this whole thing back together. And it should be good without leaking. Well, let's do it. Well, while I was working on the rear end of this, my little D-14 Allis, I knew there was an awful lot of oil leaking out from underneath this brake. And so I thought, well, I'm going to see if I can get a new oil seal for inside of here. And so I've taken this apart and got it on my engine hoist here, which has been very handy to have in my shop helping me on these things since I'm alone. And if you look inside the drum here, that looks pretty good. But I've got to take this off and then get back in and get this out. And inside there's a seal, and I think I'm gonna replace that. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. I'm gonna do it on both sides while I've got the tractor in here. So we'll see what happens. Well, I'm about ready to put this whole thing together. I put new put new seals right in here, and that I just pressure tested it, and there are no leaks. So I'm ready to put this back together. You might wonder, by the way, I had to make a new gasket here, and you know, I couldn't find a gasket for this. So I thought I'll just make one, which I did, which is just as good as buying one and a lot cheaper. But in order to test that, I had to hook up this is where the line comes in right into here and then goes down into the cylinder, as you can see here. And so I had to hook this up, and then to put pressure on this, I did something unorthodox. I just took my other tractor back here, my loading tractor, and I have this a telescoping tongue here that I took off of one of my wagons that I used to haul hay with, and I put this telescoping tongue on right on this tine right there, and then I hooked this up, drove my tractor up here close, and hooked up right through here to that telescoping tongue, and that put an awful lot of pressure to the point to where it was moving the tractor forward. And I had the tractor running so that I could have hydraulic pressure and, you know, blocked up the tires here so that it wouldn't push forward. And you can see I have blocks under there. At any rate, I tested it. It's free of leaks. So I'm ready to put this thing back together. Grateful to get it fixed. I also redid the brakes. On both brakes, I took this off, and there's a real good video on YouTube on how to replace brakes in a D-14. But I couldn't find anything that has to do with repairing the hydraulics. But now there is indeed something on there. And so I'm I'm going to button this up. I'll put this on right here, and I've got my gasket. I'll slip that on with my hoist, with my engine hoist, and then hook the ram up to this, right to here, to this right here, and that raises the arms, as you can see. And then replace the hydraulic shaft, excuse me, the PTO shaft. I took that out. This is right, it's right here, the PTO shaft, and I'm hoping that I can thread that through here, right through that hole back in there, into the spline. So, let's get her done.